Welcome back to a very different video. If you've watched any of my videos on this channel before, this is very different to anything I have ever posted. This video is sponsored by BetterHelp in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. May is a month to raise awareness about mental health and remove stigma and offer support for people struggling with mental health issues. This year's theme is Together with Mental Health, and BetterHelp reached out to me to see was I interested in sharing a personal story to me, and the purpose of this is to encourage people to prioritize their mental health. It gave me the opportunity to just do a little sponsor segment in one of my regular videos, and that definitely would have been more in my comfort zone. I struggled to talk about myself and share my own personal stories. I don't like letting people in too much. But I realised that I could do that, but that probably won't help many people. I don't think this video is probably going to be what you expect it to be. It is a video of me surprising my family after 2.5 years of not seeing them and my friends. What people don't say and what people don't know was the lead up to that. And it took a few months for Josh to convince me to want to come home. I think that it's very easy to fall into that trap of looking at people's lives on social media and thinking that that is real and that everything's okay. And I know that we're all more aware now that that's not the truth, but even still, it's really hard to remember that sometimes. So almost 4 years ago, I met Josh on a modelling job. We spent the day snuggling up in bed together. He was my dream guy, and I know that that sounds cliche, but honestly, he is my soulmate in every sense of the word. And from the moment we met, my life honestly just felt like a dream. I had great friends that I absolutely loved. I was doing a job that I dreamed about ever since I was a teenager. I was earning great money. I lived in a beautiful little flat. Every weekend, I was doing something fun. Honestly, life was perfect. And a year into me and Josh being together, we decided to go travel the world. Now, at the time, I was like, this is amazing, I really want to do this. But also on the other hand, I was like, our lives are so great right now. Like, are we making the biggest mistake ever? Screw it, let's just book flights, let's go. We lived in Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Bali. We learned how to ski, surf, take photographs. We swam with turtles, we sailed with dolphins, we snorkeled the Great Barrier Reef, we slept under the stars, we camped with kangaroos. Honestly, we had the most amazing 2.5 years ever. Right, I just want you to take a second and imagine 2.5 years of not seeing your friends, your family, missing out on weddings, christenings, your godchild being born, sister getting married, a close relative passing away and not being able to be at their funeral or be there for your family, just missing out on everything that you're supposed to cherish in life. I just want you to take a little second to imagine that. Okay? Because right now, I imagine that you're like, oh God, yeah, that's awful. Like, I'd never be able to do that. No, I couldn't do that. Nah, no. I mean, I'd love to go traveling, but no, I could not leave my friends and family for 2.5 years. And I bet what you're not thinking is, oh my God, that sounds amazing. I was one of those people who was so happy being away for 2.5 years. You know, like, how can I can't tell people this. I can't tell my friends and family, oh yeah, I've got no interest in coming home. Even though I haven't seen anyone for 2.5 years, I've got no interest in that. Like, the thought of it depresses me. The thought of it makes me cry my eyes out. I don't really cry. It takes a lot to make me cry, but the thought of that makes me cry my eyes out. And I just couldn't figure out what it was. Because before I went away traveling, I absolutely loved it. I loved my life. There was just something, the thought of going home was just getting me so down, so angry, so frustrated.
Actually talking about going back home just made me so upset because there's just a massive part of me that doesn't want to. I just feel so much anxiety towards it. And just, I don't know, I associate back home with just feeling suppressed. Not being able to be me. And it's I've lived in the UK for so long, and like I didn't realise that that's how I felt until like I'm away from it. And now the prospect of going back, I'm just realising like how I felt whenever I was there. And it's like weird because whenever I was there, I was loving my life. I loved my life. I thought it was great. And now that I think back, I'm like, I don't know, it's just not the life that I want to live. I feel free not being there.
So it took Josh, honestly, maybe like about 2 months to talk me into coming back home. And at the point that we decided that we definitely were coming back home, I accepted it because we were surprising everyone. I was really looking forward to it, and I got myself in a place where I was like, do you know what? I'm really excited about this and starting our lives all over again. I'm so excited to see everyone and spend time with everyone, and I got myself in a good place.
Alana, oh my god, hello! Hi guys.
Hiya!
Hello, mate.
Oh my god! Oh,
Name is your friend.
I can't believe you did this to me!
It's not fake.
Oh my god!
What?
Hi, guys. Hello. She's just seen me.
Nanny, you spoiled it! You knocked out the window! Hello!
Who's that? That's you, thanks.
Hi.
It costs a lot of money to get you in.
I'm driving time and a half.
Honestly, it was so good seeing everyone. It was so good surprising everyone. It felt amazing to be back in people's company that, you know, I knew genuinely loved me and I genuinely loved them. But that was kind of like, that ended up being a bit of a honeymoon phase, because after about a week, I just was straight back down to like, I am just so angry and frustrated and depressed, and it got to the point where it was just affecting my mood so badly. And anyone that knows me knows that I'm a positive possum. I'm good at like keeping like my peace internally, even if externally it's like a mess. But in this situation, it was like externally everything was amazing and peaceful, and like internally I was just an absolute mess. And honestly, it just got to the stage where I just thought, you know what, like I need help. I'm not sure whether you believe in this, and again, it sounds kind of cheesy, but I do honestly believe that whatever you put out to the universe, it gives you back. And at that moment, whenever I came back home and it was about a week into it, and I was like, I'm not in a good place again, even though everyone thinks that I am, I'm not. Like, I'm suffering inside, and I'm suffering in silence, and I just realized that like I can't live like this every day, because I lived like that for so long, being away, because of the thought of coming back. And then I felt like I'd fixed it, because I felt okay at the thought of coming back, and I was okay whilst I was back for like a week, and then I was just feeling just really down again. And so I thought, like, I need help, but I don't even know where to start. Like I said, I totally believe that if you put something out to the universe, it comes back to you, like, not always straight away and not always in the ways that you imagine. But the next day I got an email from BetterHelp asking if I would like to work with them in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. I get to try their services and see what I think. And so for the past 2 months, I have been getting therapy. Honestly guys, I cannot tell you how much it has changed my life. I finally figured out what the issue was. For anyone that doesn't know, BetterHelp offers customized online therapy. And another big thing for Mental Health Awareness Month is advocating easier access to mental health care. And this has always been a goal for BetterHelp. The best thing about BetterHelp is it is customized therapy. You can do it via video chat, you can via phone call, you can do it via messaging. I have been working with a therapist called Michelle, and we do video chat because that was my preferred method of communicating, and I love that because I just sit right here at my dressing table. I usually pick to do my therapy sessions in the mornings. Most of the time I'm in my nightgown, I'm drinking a wee cup of tea, and it felt so easy doing it in the comfort of my home, but not like having someone there in person. And the great thing is BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional therapy, because I know that traditional therapy can be really expensive and really unaffordable for people. So a lot of people who might want to get help might not be able to. So you can apply for financial aid whilst you are signing up to BetterHelp. So I'm going to put a little link in the description. I also have a discount code that you can use if you want to sign up. So they have a broad range of experts. They have, I think it's something crazy like 20,000 plus therapist network. So it gives you access to people who aren't in your area. And honestly, the sign up process is so simple. You just fill out a questionnaire, and within 48 hours they match you with a therapist, and at any point you can change your therapist if you feel like it's not working. Every week I look forward to our sessions. Every time I walk away from them, even if I'm in a good mood going into the session, I come out feeling like a million times better. Guys, you're probably wondering what my issue was, and you're probably, do you know what? You might even laugh at it. But I bet whenever I tell you this, almost everyone watching this will be like, oh my God, yeah, I have the same issue. Yeah, I can't do that. But my issue is that I was not able to set boundaries, and I was not able to say no. Yes guys, whilst my life was absolutely amazing before I left to go traveling, looking back, I actually realized I was constantly 24/7 doing somewhere, having to be somewhere, having to do this, having to do that. And it was things that in my head I thought, I have to do this. I don't want to annoy this person, or I don't want to upset this person, or I don't want to feel upset myself because I haven't done this. For 2.5 years, I had complete freedom. I was never put in situations that I wanted to say no to, that I couldn't. I had the freedom to constantly do whatever I want, whenever I wanted, without any guilt to myself, without any guilt towards other people. And it just felt so freeing. So the thought of coming back, and then whenever I actually came back, I realized that the feeling that I was feeling, that depressingness, that anxiousness, that upsetness, everything, it was actually fear. I felt scared that I was gonna let my boundaries be broke again, but not just by other people, but also myself. And that was the thing. No one ever did anything to me or forced me to do anything that I didn't want to do. It was me. It was me constantly forcing myself to do things that I didn't want to do. Whereas I just realized it was actually like I was the issue. I was constantly like crossing my own boundaries without realizing. So since I have worked through this with my therapist, I honestly, like, my life has been so much better. And it sounds like something that's so simple, but it's such a hard thing to do. And therapy has given me the tools to be able to set boundaries with myself and other people and learn how to say no which I think I'm actually getting pretty good at now. It's like anything, it's like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it's gonna be. Do you know what? You could be sitting watching this thinking, God, if that's the only issue I had, my life would be amazing. The only thing she had an issue with was setting boundaries with herself and other people. Well, that seems like such a small issue, but what I realized is that this was actually a massive issue, because this is something that I had an issue with my entire life, 30 years. And so what probably started out so small was now massive. It was massive in my head. It was massively affecting my life. And there's other things that I've been through in life and I'm going through in life and will continue to go through that are so much bigger than that issue. But then I realized, yeah, this thing may appear to other people like it's so much bigger than this, but they're both massively affecting my life. And you might be sitting here watching this thinking, oh, I've got this little issue, but like, it's, you know, people have bigger problems and, you know, there's bigger things going on in my life. But what I've realized with this is that if you don't try and work through those little issues, they will also become as big as the big issues that you have in your life if you leave it for long enough.